question here I'll put to both candidates, not knowing much about it myself. What has been done or will be done to counteract the corrupted LKA social impact assessment?
Oh,
How's that for a question? I think it's...
Could we... The first communication, the answers that were given, that there was no evidence that any of our complaints, and so the whole group was wiped out.
Oh, right.
And on that basis, it seems to me on that basis, the system will make it go. And I've written to you many times about it, never got any answers. A lot of people
I spend a lot of time talking to you. Can I just say to you, 432 complaints were sent in, and they were sent, sorry, they were 400 complaints, and then there were responses. So there were 400 complaints made to council, many of them formal complaints, and I read them, so I know what they are. Many of them were the same, and copied the words that have been put on the page above. They were sent to LKA to investigate quite independently. And I can guarantee, and you can read my answers, there were 23 pages of my answers. I answered very fully, and they're on the internet. I'm happy for you to read every answer that was there. It took me all night before I went to off for Christmas to have 2 days off. So I have no qualms about answering those. We do not interfere. The report comes back to us, to council as a report. I don't see it before, Councillor Williams doesn't see it before. The recommendation comes from them and then goes to council in a decision, and that is whether there are, as you said, they said there was no evidence to support fact. I don't know what others did there.
So you chose to believe them rather than us? That's what hurts the most.
Well, I wrote very honestly, and I would ask you to go and read the comments that I made in relation to that, and at times I was critical of how our decision making was made. Well, you can feel free to go and read mine. Feel free to go and read mine, and I'm happy for you to read it. I was critical of council, as I was critical of the way some.
Then Paul Lucas got the whole thing as well too, and he said, and bottom line is he chose to do it as well, and he chose to ignore the whole thing. So what are we supposed to do?
Well, I think then what you found was that the social and economic study came back and highlighted some of the issues, and that was a very powerful study, and I know it certainly impacted on me. I felt confident with what that was, but it gave us a clear, and probably gave us a better picture than what the LKA report did, because as I read the comments, some of them were really, there was no foundation for the statements and the comments in which they made. But I think the social and economic study was a very powerful document, and I certainly took a lot of notes of that study. But you're welcome to meet, and I will send my comments to anybody who wants to have it.
Thank you, Melva. Karen.
I'll answer it to Stephen, but it's obviously to all of you. I guess I'd like to go back to why we even needed an LKA study. The reality is that and government in general gets caught up in process. And what they do when they get caught up in process is they stop listening. And really, when I didn't even have to read the social and economic impact study because I knew it would have an impact on me. I mean, obviously I didn't support those things. So to me, my question is, why did we even need an LKA study?
So we could pay more consulting fees.
Well, I bring it back to this operational savings. If you've got representatives that are listening to you, they innately will know how to represent you best. And I'm sorry, 6,500 people's signatures on a petition, the number of complaints that were lodged with council was a really big wake-up call to anyone that wasn't listening to you. And I mean, I'm not going to try and justify those reports because I think if we're doing our job properly, we're listening and we're